Hello. This is functionally the last update during the school year for this project until I make the actual final SIP video for it, though this is a fighting game that I still actually plan to work on for quite a while afterwards. I at least have one more character I'm going to add to the game and balance, as well as getting a lot of other effects done before it fully releases, likely on Steam. As of right now, we have two fully functional characters, fully animated. They all have blocks. They have walks that go backwards and forward. A bit more obvious for the robot character that they lean forward and lean back. Also have a very cool block with this kind of posing. They have a lot of emissive glowing stuff going on with them. And of course, they also now have health bars that correlate to their color. We will show off later that you can still swap them in first person and second as first player and second player, and the health bars will also still swap appropriately. Though granted, as you can see, there's also chip damage. For the health bars, it is set up to a point where the blue is actually the base color, so only characters like E and the sphere, well, I and the sphere require it to change. Boom, going on to second phase. Once again, the main point of this game is the lower your health is, the lower your polys. You go from being high poly to low poly to vector to high pixel to low pixel. And that is true for both characters. This one's a bit harder to kind of notice just because there's a lot less areas that can be hard edges. The mask becomes hard edges, and the textures just become flat. There's no more normal maps. It's also half the resolution, though still less noticeable, sadly, on the first bug character. Bring them down to the vector phase, and kind of just as mentioned before, health bars correlate. Our new character actually has two attacks whenever they attack, though the game has already been balanced to a point where both of these blasts do 6%, whereas this singular attack from a bug character does 10%. Once again, chip damage is still a thing, so you could sit here all day and take a little bit less damage. You're taking 10% of what it would be normally, so in this case it'd be 0.6 for each blast. I think we actually did knock down the other character to its lowest stage. Ooh, gotta block so we don't die. But yeah, they all have their animations in every single phase. As you can see, the camera has some new coding on it. So the farther you get, the farther away the camera gets, the closer you are. The closer the camera gets to. Boom, 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 boom. Wow. And when you die, currently it just resets the level as there is no main menu, no UI screens beyond normal gameplay. We will quickly reset some things. For our first character, we will swap them over to character E. For our second character, we will quickly swap them over to character I. Once again, these are the only two proper characters in the game. Prototype Sphere is still very much playable. And I just wanted to show off that, yes, their health bars do in fact swap the colors. Once again, just kind of showing off the animations in each stage. The 3Ds are a lot easier just because they use the same animations in every single stage, blocking, attacking. Currently, there is no like hit delay or hit lag when you hit the enemy. So no hit stun is the word I'm looking for. Just once again showing off all the animations in all the different stages. Boom, boom, bop, block, bop, beep, boop. And yeah, that is functionally how the game is looking currently. Ooh, yeah, I didn't press escape. I just kind of exited because the thing killed each other. They also both have these things called Player 2, which is mainly for the sake of mirror matching, so you can get a different tint. I still need to work on code that will eventually work for that, though both of them get a sort of red tint that results in different colors for both of them. This one gets a really orange color, which is similar, obviously, to the vest that the robot is wearing, since the robot has a green vest. And this tint also holds true through your different stages. That actually took quite a bit of coding to enable, but it is there. I might need to double check it a little bit for the lower stages on this character, but it is working overall. I would say maybe it's a bit more obvious on the on the bug character that he is still getting that tint because the blah, 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 blah. the hands themselves are much more vibrant seeming when you have the tint going for them. I have my characters mixed up even though I still have their health bars up there. I need to get some sort of compatibility for this game where you start using controllers instead. That would make it really nice, honestly. As of right now, it is only like a 4-button system. You only got to use movement, and then you have to use your attack button and block button, which is just down currently. So it's a very simple game to control your character. It just gets confusing sometimes when you're the only one playing it against yourself. So balancing and eventually getting more coding done on controls are truly the next steps of the game. Getting some effects so these blasts can be music notes that are being sent out instead of just being circles. This one can be like a huge wave effect, though it might also become a more close range attack, as I feel that would be more balanced for how the game should be running, though I might also need to take some other things into effect, like jump height, gravity, that kind of stuff. Like giving this character an increased gravity, because as of right now, it's already given a decreased speed compared to this one. But more balance could definitely be in the future of this game. That is a definite. Beyond that, there's not exactly too much to talk about. Some new things were added. There's some more damage projectiles. This one's used for the bug. This one's used for the lower stage of our character. Basically, whenever they shoot from at lower health, you use this one. I also found a way to basically set up the damage projectiles to be much more versatile. This is their construction script, which basically just sets the amount and duration right now. Basically, the amount of damage they do and how many seconds the attack lasts before it just disappears. So if you look at the event graph, beginning of play, it'll destroy the actor after the duration anyway. But as of now, it's also getting the instigator for whoever's shooting the attack, and it will only overlap and hit an enemy if it hits someone that didn't shoot it. And then of course they take the damage. If blocking happens to be true, they take chip damage, which is amount divided by 10. Take the damage cast through their change phase thing, destroy the actor, being the attacking sphere. Normal damage, take damage, change phase, destroy actor. A lot of stuff here, just kind of a lot of repeating there. So I still gotta add a quick little note here. Let me just double check. If player 2 is true, we do probably need to get this one maybe a bit darker on this one, but as of right now, it's on the same one as setting sprite color up there, though that could use some potential changes, and I will be messing around with that a little bit. We look over at the event graph, let's see if there's anything particularly new. The one that is probably most relevant is there was a lot of issues with changing materials when you're player 2 because you create all these instant materials. So what you do now is either with your character I or character E, as you go through, you get each individual material and you set it to the proper thing, and you set it to the proper material instance on them. And that is how things are working now. Material 4, 3, 2, and 1, as they all have quite a few materials on them. It's all about getting as the character E is character player 2, and if both are true, then doing that. Material shift kind of just comes around through here as you're taking your damage. As you go to your 80% form, which is your lower polygon, you get your material shift, as well as you have your lenses and your masks, which are added pieces to the character. So as you do the event begin play, there's now a mask check and a lens check. Adding character I's mask, so mask check is character I. If so, spawn actor mask. Get socket transformation, I character mask, which is a socket we added to the skeleton of character I. Set the mask, get the mesh, boom, set it to that, make sure it's snap to target and weld simulated bodies. And then similar situation up here, just is character E, get the mesh for E lens socket, get the class lens, set it as a variable so we can make it later, change its materials, change the way it looks, and just kind of change the resolution on it as well. And then getting the mesh to the proper socket and once again snapping it. Additionally, we made some big changes how the attacks work, as we have different sections of that now. Let me see if I can find where the normal attack section is. If I can find, there it is, attacking. So attacking, do once, attack redirect, which is the new custom event. Then it still goes on a delay and a delay of hit lag, which is as you're attacking, how long you need to take before you can attack again, which is really just kind of timed to your animations. But attack redirect is right now kind of sitting here alone because there's gonna be more pins added. So boom, boom, boom. First, it goes try to do character E first attack and second attack, character I attack, character spear attack. And if character first attack is true, so if it's character E, boom, is attacking, it goes through, gets the projectile arrow, and gets the proper projectile, damage projectile, and boom, delay of point 0.1. Since this one has a second attack afterwards, it never turns off the is attacking, but instead it goes down to here and is character E, delay of 0.11, well, sorry, delay of 0.11 is attacking, still true, and then gets the health. If it's lower than 60%, it uses slightly shorter timing. So this one's 0.6, this one's 0.99. And it's just a matter of lining it up more with the animations, which technically can make the attack a little bit faster, but the overall hit lag is still going to be the same. It's just a matter of 0.39 seconds before the attack fully goes off. Character eyes, attack. Well, once again, is character I is attacking. Duration of 0.15. Getting the attack just so it has a little bit more time for the animation to go through before the attack comes out, and then a duration of 0.05 just to keep it in line, and the setting is attacking to be false. Sphere attack is sphere, getting the attacking, setting it off, getting the duration, and then setting it to not be attacking, just because a lot of things like blocking require you to not be attacking, or even attacking requires you to not be blocking and not be attacking for it to work again. Jumping requires you to not be blocking. You can attack while you jump. Dash action is a forgotten feature that we are not utilizing. Movement requires you to be not blocking and not attacking. Though that is not entirely true, I feel. Not entirely sure where this is coming from. Let me just double check that, because I feel like you can move when you're attacking. Oh, you can't. You can, however, jump, so that is interesting to note. But if you're second player, then it seems like you can, so that might be something to double check, in all honesty. Because if I find the second player one, second player input tab, where is attack for second player? It is somewhere. It's probably, it's right, there's a player 2 section. Ah. I will add it here, but we may be it might be a situation where break this link, boom. It might be end up being a situation where I don't know if I really like this. I might just continue this part directly to the add movement. Is attacking, is attacking, is attacking. It is attacking. If that too is false, then boom. Because that is interesting that player 2 could technically move while attacking. So that probably adds a bit more balance to the game, a bit more committed to what you're doing. Though I feel like this character especially should be moving while he attack. This one doesn't necessarily need to because it is just such a big character and it's such a big attack. Where it's like this especially is not a big deal. So it might be a character balancing point where character E can move while they're attacking, but character I definitely cannot. And even then, it really doesn't matter. Like, if I just boom, 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 that to there, I guess I can break that link just in case, but it doesn't actually matter either way because it's never going to reach it. And then we find the other movement, and then bring that one there too. bit of spaghetti code just because multiple things are reaching the same point. But now you should be able to attack while moving. Not that that really matters too much. It just gives a bit more dynamics to the game. You're not like stuck in place while you attack. For certain characters or for certain abilities, that might be good. But for these two in particular, they don't really like. It's not really that big of a deal. It's like, oh, okay, it's like okay, fine. Let me just blah 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 blah. Eh, I think we will change it to an is character I situation. Okay. It would have to be like a bool and it's like it is attacking and yeah. Yeah. It has to be an is attacking and is not like character E because I do feel like this character moving while they attack makes a lot more sense because it takes a while for each attack. This one I feel like definitely should just be stopped in motion because it just doesn't look natural because they don't stay still. So that will be some quick balancing changes I make after the words. This has been very productive just for me kind of realizing what I want out of this. And once again, is fear is still playable. And I added extra dynamics for them. As you can see, their health bar is now gray. So they very much are still a character. They do very much still completely function. They even have a block, though it's impossible to tell if you don't have screen messages on like that. And I also have a thing in the level now where you can turn screen messages on and off during development, so by pressing space, as it is a debug button. Boom, boom. Wah. Turn that back to character E, or actually I is more effective. But I can also show off real quickly before I end this video, as it's already getting quite long, just how the health bar works. It's the same for both of them, just different locations. So event construct, character check, then cast a character, getting their health, updating the UI, binding that event to a health bar update, set percent of progress bar 0. And we also have two new variables for color character I and color character sphere to make the health bar green and gray appropriately, as you can see over here. And then boom, so character check, owning player pawn, casting to it. Target is character I. If that is true, pass the progress bar and set its fill in opacity to color character I, then it gets divided by gray a little bit just to make it more appropriate. As I was grabbing the colors directly from the 2D sprites, and I wanted to make it still look a bit more not bright. I think it was too vibrant, and I wanted to tone it down a little bit to be more in line with how the blue naturally looks, as we did not change the blue at all. And then this one down here, just boom, has the progress bar. If target is sphere, if that is true, then making the color that gray. And that is where the game is at currently. I have that little bit of debugging to do, and beyond that, the game is basically set right now for anything it needs when it comes to the upcoming SIP presentation. I just need to actually make the 5-minute video that is concisely talking about this game and especially about the feature, which is actually the important part of having your resolution go down consistently. And yeah, I am very happy with where this game is at. I made it a bit more obvious that your resolution goes down by having certain parts with only hard edges now, so hoping everything turns out quite all right. Thank you so much for listening. Hope you have a wonderful day.